There's that song again, settling soft over the water. Welcome back to Shiloh Creek, little ones, and if this is your very first evening with us, come close, the spot beside me is yours. I'm Old Timber. Today, my friends, I want to ask you something. Have you ever noticed something important, something nobody else seemed to see, but you were too scared to say it out loud? God gave every creature a voice, even the quiet ones, even the ones whose voice doesn't sound a thing like words. And once, on a soft, golden evening, the smallest voice at the creek needed somebody to speak for it. The answer's in the story. It was a warm, gold evening by the pond, and the friends had a big idea. Over tumbled Bongo the bear cub with his cheerful crash, and he boomed,
"A stage! We build a big reed stage right here, and everybody sings on it. I'll clear the whole reed patch myself. I got this. All I gotta do is pull up every reed in this corner. Easy. Watch me go."
And high on a reed tip sat Garingo the parrot, all bright feathers and grand opinions. He announced,
"Behold, not a stage, a grand amphitheater with a reed curtain and a reed balcony and a reed throne for the evening's narrator, who is naturally myself."
Ooh, a balcony. What's a balcony? Is it high up? I love high up. Wait, no. Reeds. I'm doing reeds.
and in darted Zippy the hummingbird, going so fast she was 3 places at once. She squeaked,
Okay. I've got the build schedule. Clear the reeds in 90 seconds. Frame the stage in 4 minutes. 11 reeds per row. 12 rows. That's 132 reeds. We pull them all, starting from that fat clump in the corner. That corner first. It's the optimal corner. Go!
132? I can count to 12. Twice. So that's fine.
and at the edge of it all stood Fern the fawn, soft-eyed and shy, the one who always hears what others miss. Her ears swung toward the corner, and she whispered, mostly to herself,
I noticed something. There's a little chirp under the reeds, in the fat corner, the one Zippy wants to pull first. Somebody small lives down there.
Excellent note, small Fern. Yes, atmosphere, a live chirp section in the orchestra pit. I shall credit them in the program. Now, the throne.
That's not a note. That's a warning.
Did somebody say something? Nope. Okay, reeds. I'll start with the fat corner, Zippy said. The fat corner. Here we... Whoa, okay, these reeds are stuck. I got this. Okay, maybe I don't got this. They are really in there. Wow. A reed throne? Garingo. You can't sit on a reed throne. You'll go right through it. Ooh, unless we weave it really tight. Wait, no, focus, Bongo. You have 90 reeds to pull. You do not have time to build the parrot a chair.
and up from the mud came Shelley the tortoise, wise young Shelley, who looked at all the fuss and said,
Fern said something. Nobody listened.
Wait, Fern talked? Rechecking the audio log. Nope, no record of it. Must have been the wind, anyway. Reeds.
Your audio log is wrong. She talked twice.
Listen? My dear Shelley, we have no time to listen. We have a throne to commission, a curtain to hang, and a 14-verse opening ode entitled, O Reeds, Make Way for Glory. To the fat corner, friends. History awaits.
But it's still chirping, the little one. It's down where Bongo's pulling.
Chirping? That's just the reeds settling. Rerouting. Bongo, less wiggle, more pull. You're at 40% reed removal efficiency, and the schedule says 60. I'll calculate the optimal yank angle. 31 degrees. Lean back and heave.
31 degrees. Lean back and heave. Okay, almost. Okay, these are the stubbornest reeds in the whole pond. But I'm Bongo, and Bongo does not quit on a heave.
Friends, the curtain shall be gold. No, crimson. No, gold with crimson tassels. And I shall require a spotlight, which is to say, a well-placed firefly, at union rates, of course.
Garingo, a firefly is not a spotlight. A firefly is a bug with a flashlight for a... Okay, you know what? I do not have a line item for Union Firefly in the schedule. Moving on, Bongo. Pull!
Garingo, can a curtain wait? I am dying out here. Third try. Big breath, both paws, all the bear, and heave. Whoa, they came up. The whole fat clump. I did it. There's a little hole down here now. A little open dirt patch. Huh.
Now, here's what the friends couldn't see. Down in that fat corner, under the last few reeds, there was somebody. A tiny cricket, no bigger than a thumbnail, no voice but a chirp, and only Fern could hear it.
It's chirp. It's going faster and faster and smaller. That fast, thin little sound. To me, that sounds scared. And they're pulling the reeds right off the top of it. The hole. Bongo, wait. That's where it...
Perfect. Perfect, Bongo. The corner's clear. Ahead of schedule by 9 seconds. That's a personal best. Now we just clear the next 11 reeds. And the next. And... Fern, you're standing in the build zone. Scooch, we're moving. No time, no time.
A personal best. Did everybody hear that? I am the fastest reed puller in reed pulling history. Was there reed pulling history before today? There is now.
There was no reed pulling history.
Fern, sweet thing, if you have notes on the production, the suggestion box is the old log by the willow. I shall read them after the standing ovation. Behold, bring the next reeds.
We have a suggestion box? Since when? Is it for snacks? Can I suggest snack?
It is not for snacks, Bongo. It is for constructive theatrical feedback. You may, however, put a snack in it as a treat. For me.
Nobody is putting snacks in a log. The snack budget is 0. I zeroed it. More reeds, less log snack.
A snack budget of 0? This is the worst stage I've ever built. I'm still building it, though. For the song. For the song.
And there stood Fern, knowing the one thing nobody else knew. And inside, very small, she said to herself,
The chirp is a someone. I'm the only one who knows. And if I don't say it loud, really loud, nobody ever will. But the words feel so big in my throat, so I'll just stay quiet, like I always do.
Fern's still trying. You can tell by her ears.
Now, the friends broke for a snack up on the bank, and Fern slipped down to the open corner alone.
Hello? Little one? You can chirp. I hear you. I always hear you. There. One little chirp. Slow. Tired sounding. And then, nothing. The reeds aren't even rustling now. Just quiet. Not because it left, I think. It called and called, and I don't think anybody came. And when nobody comes, even the bravest little voice just goes still.
And Fern knew exactly what that quiet meant. So there she sat, the quiet one, by the empty corner, with the only voice that could speak for the little one, her own, and it scared her right down to her hooves.
If I say it loud, they might all stop and look at me. And maybe I'm wrong, and they'll laugh, and I'll feel so small. And it's so much easier to just not. To let the loud ones be loud, the way I always do. But if I don't say it, nobody else will. The little one can't shout. The only voice it's got right now is mine. God, I'm so scared to be loud. But scared isn't the same as wrong. And quiet, right now, would be the wrong thing. I think the scared thing is the right thing to do.
And just then, slow and quiet, I came and sat beside her in the grass. I didn't tell her what to do. I just asked her one small thing. Fern, of everybody here at the creek, who is the only one who heard that little voice at all?
Me. I'm the only one who heard it. Oh. That's not a small thing, is it? If I'm the only one who can hear it, then I'm the only one who can speak for it. The noticing isn't the whole job. The saying is. Okay, I'm going to say it.
And the shyest voice at the creek stood up on 4 wobbly legs and took the biggest breath of her whole life.
Stop, everybody. Stop pulling reeds, please. There is a cricket, a real, live, tiny cricket living right in that fat corner, and it can't talk and it can't move fast. And all evening it's been chirping faster and faster, and I think it's calling for help. We almost built our stage right on top of its home. I heard it. I know I heard it. Please, don't build here.
And you could have heard a feather drop, and every one of them turned to look at the quiet one who'd just been the loudest.
A cricket? In the fat corner? Oh no. Oh no. I pulled the reeds right off its house. Fern, where? Show me. I'll fix it. I won't pull one more reed. Okay, I am setting these reeds down. Very gently. See? Gentle, Bongo. Gentlest bear in the world.
Behold! No, not behold. Friends, I was composing an ode to glory, while a creature was losing its home beneath my very feet. The smallest voice in the cast just out-projected me. I think I am, against all odds, growing.
I said it was the reeds settling. I had math. My math didn't have a little someone living in it. Okay, new schedule. 0 reeds pulled, full stop. We move the whole stage to the other bank, away from the corner. Fern, you point, I'll reroute. You're the build captain now. What do you say?
Yes, the other bank. And we tuck the loose reeds back, soft, so the little one has its cover again. Gently. Like that. Listen. Hear that? It's chirping again. A bright one this time. It sounds okay now, I think. It's got its home back. Because somebody finally said,
Well, the stage got built, safe on the far bank, and we sat by the pond in the last gold light, and I let our quiet friend tell it. Fern said,
I learned that noticing isn't enough. If you see something nobody else sees, somebody being left out, somebody who can't speak up, then you have to be the one who says it, out loud, even when your voice is shaking, especially then. Because if you don't, maybe nobody will, and the quiet ones get left behind.
And I learned to listen before I heave. The biggest, loudest friend isn't always the one who's right. Sometimes the most important thing all evening is the smallest voice in the corner. God made the loud ones and the quiet ones, and He made the quiet ones to be heard too.
And you found it yourselves. Now, a long time ago, a mother taught her son, and that son grew up to be a king. Her words got written down in the Bible, in a book called Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 8. So if you ever want to find it, that's where it lives. And it goes like this. Open your mouth for the mute, in the cause of all who are left desolate. Open your mouth for the mute. That means speak up for anyone who can't speak up for themselves, the one who's overlooked, the one who's too small or too shy or has no words at all.
So when you're the one who notices, you're the one who says, even if your voice shakes the whole way through, I think that's what my voice is for.
And now, Professor Hoot's Totally True Facts, where the most certain owl at the creek shares one fact he is completely sure of.
Good evening. A fact, children, that is entirely true. And tied, you'll note, to one small voice speaking up for everyone in the story you just heard. In the dry grasslands there live little creatures called meerkats, and while the whole family digs and plays, one of them climbs up tall and stands watch. We call that one the sentinel. Sentinel simply means the one on lookout, the one keeping watch, and the sentinel cannot dig or play while it watches. It only has its voice. So when it sees something the others can't, it calls out, a sharp little bark, and the whole family scurries safe in an instant. And then they take turns, so everyone gets a turn to watch and a turn to play. One small voice, looking out for all the ones who cannot see the danger themselves. A fact established beyond dispute. Good evening.
A fine fact, Professor, and a true one. You bring the wonder, I'll keep the why of things. And before we go, splish, splash, and splosh, 3 frogs, one enormous question. Here come the Mudpuppy Minutes.
Today on Mudpuppy Minutes, we will explain why crickets chirp at night.
Easy. Crickets chirp because they are afraid of the dark. Chirp, chirp. That's tiny cricket for please turn the sun back on. Famous fact.
And also, they rub their little wings together, and that makes the chirp. Scrape, scrape, like a tiny fiddle. Probably to scare the dark, like Splish said.
Oh, no. Too easy. That wing thing can't be right. That's far too easy. Take it back, Splash. Crickets chirp because each one is a tiny alarm clock for a sleepy beetle. Beetles oversleep. Famous problem.
Wait, was it the wing thing Splash said? That felt true.
Meh.
Mud puppies, we have solved it. Crickets chirp to wake up oversleeping beetles, like a bell on a cold rock.
Now hear me, little ones. Crickets aren't scared of the dark, and there's no sleepy beetle. Splash nearly had it. A cricket chirps by rubbing its wings together, like a tiny fiddle. It's how crickets call to each other across the dark field. That's the real why. Though I'll let the frogs keep their beetle. And that's the evening the quietest friend found her loudest voice. Not for herself, but for a little cricket who had no words at all. So this is old timber. Until the next breeze brings us together, my friends. And little ones, when you're the one who notices the voice nobody else can hear, be the one who opens your mouth and says,
See you next time, somewhere in Shiloh Creek.